Welcome back to Toggle Advantage, the D&D podcast that I put on with some friends and some acquaintances, and I guess my brother is here too.
That's right, bro.
Last time on our fun little game adventure, they exited the pit of the prison up into the hot, sweaty, messy forge, where they were able to meet a dwarf, practice some bad accents, and have a little fun there. At the end of the last session, they conscripted some armor to be made, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick fast forward, and in that time, our Faintalk has done a ritual cast to get a familiar of, I don't even want to know what he has, and the armor has been completed. So we will pick up there as the four of our intrepid adventurers, you guys suck, as the four people that we know walk up to claim their items with one of them having a new familiar.
I have a fiendish raven. It's technically a fiend, but it's in the shape of a raven on my shoulder. Going for some Edgar Allan Poe, you know?
No.
I could have also summoned an octopus, but it would just die. So
I mean, you could latch it onto your face.
To go for tentacles. I mean, it needs water still.
So as you guys get back to the dwarf, he is more than happy to hand over the armor supplied to him. It's all very well made, and it all fits exactly how it should fit. It looks like he was able to measure you up just using his two eyes.
Good eye, little guy.
Don't call me little.
Yeah, don't call me little.
Just kidding. Appreciate it.
Tourists.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Aye, thank you very much. And if you're seeing anyone around with one of these, he's going to point to his tattoo. Let me know.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
What is this tattoo that you keep pointing to?
When we walk away from the guy, so I can stop doing the accent.
Yes, I hope so.
You see?
I don't want to do it either anymore. That's why. I'm done with that. I moved on.
Instead, he's going to mimic... he's going to mimic Tinkerer just to be a dick. And he's like, well, you see, what it is part of a brotherhood I belong to. And then he'll drop it and go.
Fascinating.
It's the Brotherhood of...
Go on.
It's the Brotherhood of the Wind. We're a mercantile group. I probably need to roll a deception.
They got some pretty good stuff.
You can roll a history check for those who wish to know about the Brotherhood of the Wind who don't already know.
Oh, I know enough about the Brotherhood of the Wind. Let me tell you that, little guy.
Is that we were talking about last time with the back-to-back pooping? But just farting instead.
Back and forth forever. Alright, so anybody that wishes, like I said, can make a history roll.
Excellent.
To know about the Brotherhood of the Wind.
I shall.
Otherwise, you are pretty left out.
15.
So 15 tells you that you have heard of this organization before. They are, like you said, a mercenary guild.
Mercantile.
Mercantile.
I
Very
confuse
different.
the word in my head all the time.
A mercantile guild. The one thing that does stick out is you do know some members have been known to get in a spot of trouble from time to time, but they're usually pretty safe, and it's usually not that bad of trouble.
It's a lovely tattoo job.
Yeah, thanks. I'm very proud of it.
All right,
So great
let's get outta
conversation.
here.
Continuing on, I suppose. That's the end of it.
I'm enjoying the heat.
I fixed my little fire starter. In that
So where are you
meantime.
guys going next? Up and out?
Out, yeah. Let's leave this forge.
I think
Is there anything else you'd like to do while you're here?
Can we just try to maybe make some contacts? Like people get some names and places we should know about in the rest of the prison?
Sure. So you're walking around, you can spot some good people to talk to. You know that the people from above are usually in the trading area you were at before.
All right.
So you head back in there and you look for somebody that's willing to talk. It looks like there's a couple people that are definitely flapping their mouths a little more than others. One is a very swarthy looking elf. Another is an almost equally swarthy looking human.
This is swarthy prison.
I guess I will walk up to the big person conversation and introduce myself.
Good luck.
So introduce yourself.
How's it going, guys? Name's Jude.
Hello. Are you looking to trade?
Looking for information. That's a trade.
Information, that's a form of trade, isn't it?
Yes.
What are you looking to know?
Mostly just some of the basic stuff around here. We're new, and what's this hell pit like?
Well, I guess the first thing you should know is that when you get up top, you gotta choose a kingdom, and you should probably know the kings, so to speak. So, when you first get up, that'll put you in the Kingdom of the Outsiders. That there's ruled by Ilseth, half-elf. Anybody's welcome there, but it's not really safe, and you're on your own for food. Across the water on the other side, that's Bronzestone's kingdom. That's next to the guard outpost, or the exit, if you want to call it that. That's a little more rough and tumble, so if you're into punching, that's the guy to go to. If you're looking for a heal, Mariella's kingdom is going to be the way to go. But she doesn't really like, rabble-rousing. I guess you could put it that way. And the last one is that cold, scary woman, Tara. Sorceress. Opposite end. I wouldn't try her out. She's got a whole kind of weird, military, closed-off walls built-up thing going. Real terrifying.
This is all up above in the city?
Yeah.
Wow.
Each one is separated by a river that cuts the whole area into 4.
Is that a man-made river?
Dwarf made?
Well, I mean...
Probably. I don't know. When you go up, I'd probably exit the forge and go as quickly as possible. Just hang right. There's going to be a river that leads down. That leads into the mines. Not the safest area.
Good to know. Thank you.
No problem.
Is there any other things of note up there other than picking a side, a gang, if you will?
Well, that's, call that newcomer's courtesy. Anything else you want to know, that's going to cost you.
So everything below us is just those prison levels, the same all the way down?
Yeah, it's just cookie cutter from top to bottom.
Okay, gotcha. So nothing
Which
really...
is a big opening pit area, kind of wing, and then a couple of cells, with the holding cells being the teleportation exits.
Lest we felt inclined to murder cell by cell. There's really not much to be gained down here.
The biggest gain down there is for people that were weaker and couldn't really support their own, that didn't think they'd make it all the way to the top. And that's just basically food and water and shelter.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to die, you probably sit there until something better happens, or you do die.
Hence the old man. Alright, I've got...
Farquhar.
The old dead
No,
man.
Farquhar. We
Farquhar.
bored him to death. Hopefully, unlike our
Yep.
listeners.
Wasn't my story. My story was fascinating.
I slept through all of it.
Twists and turns abound in my story.
I did have a dream about some very boring stories as I was sleeping down there, just to let you guys know. If you can glean anything from that.
Clean away. So,
Perhaps
what's your guys' next
information
plan of
from the outside is of interest for trade?
The only people that go outside are people that make it all the way to the top. And that's for very, very small mercenary jobs.
Wait,
Damn.
if we make it to the top of the prison, we're allowed out?
Metaphorical top. If you prove your salt, and they need somebody to go take out a dragon or something, they're probably gonna pick you, put like maybe a suicide collar on you, kick you to the wolves, but at least you get to go outside.
Are they
Oh, but
going to
Then you come back.
put
Yeah.
shoot a thing into our neck that's connected to an iPad?
What would that make you? Some kind of squad of suicidal tendencies? No, that's
Would that
crazy.
make us some sort of poorly edited movie? Moving on.
I got no beef with that movie.
Sucked.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Moving
had a
on!
question.
Yeah.
We ran into a rather scary Fane Talk individual. Said something about potential. Could this be the man referred to as the Warden?
He
No.
He called himself the Watcher.
The Watcher?
The Watcher? That's like an old wives' tale. What you guys talking about? The Watcher. You guys going crazy? Sniff a little of those fumes coming in?
Well,
Brains get a little jumbled
what's
on the
tale of
teleportation in?
Watcher?
It's just a weird entity that kind of just lives here and looks at us. I don't know, he lives in the walls sort of a thing. Spooky crap. I don't buy into it.
How interesting.
Yeah. Really
Has he ever? What has he done? What's the actual tale? Is that it?
I don't feel like telling you kids' tales, and you still haven't paid me.
How about this? I could craft one of these for you, and then he whips out his little fire starter, which, for everyone out there, basically looks like a Zippo.
Oh, gosh, it smells.
I mean, a fresh one, obviously. I could make you one of these.
All right, you have a deal. I'll be your source of information, and you get me one of those.
Excellent. He's gonna turn right around to Tinker and be like, I need a bit of metal.
What kind of metal?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I think I might have something.
He starts fishing things out of his belly button.
Would this do?
Does he have steel wool lint in his
What do
belly
you
button?
take out and present to him? You have your inventory. I'm not looking at it right now.
I'm just gonna give him some of the chain links.
I need whatever's roughly equivalent to 10 gold pieces worth of metal.
There you go. Some chain link. I mean, there you go.
Thank you.
Thanks. See, we're working. We're dealing. This is how society moves forward. And it's gonna take a little bit, but yeah, it's a pretty cool device I can make. He's gonna keep talking it up, like it's super cool, useful. Obviously, fires and just
great,
showing
cool,
off.
great. What do you want to know?
Do you guys have anything you want to know in particular?
I mean, I'd like to know more about the Watcher, and I'd like to know how we get to the top of this organization.
It's not an organization. It's a prison. You want to
It's
be a
something.
king, you gotta kill a king. That's just the rules of how it goes down here. You want something, you take it. But I wouldn't take anything from the forge, because if you didn't see all those guys decked out in the most metal you've ever seen, they'll probably stop you.
I'm surprised
As far
no
as the
one's mugged us yet.
Watcher, like I said, it's a wives' tale. People complain about hearing stuff in their sleep or seeing things, and that's about it. I don't know, he's never done anything. That's why he's called the Watcher, not the Boogie Watcher or the Man Tickler or something like that.
The Stabber River.
Man Tinkerer? Did I hear?
No, don't worry about it.
What sort of stuff is he whispering in people's ears in their sleep? Can I ask that?
I don't know. He doesn't whisper to me. Like I said, I don't even believe it's true. I think this place just gets to you. Being underground for so long, not getting fresh air, he drives a man a little crazy.
I think, if I can interject, my comrades here, for air quotes, he's doing, are I think they're just a little razzled. They're not used to doing some time. Perhaps more about these kingdoms. These you mentioned the does any of them in particular deal with information, something like a hierarchy that isn't military?
It's pretty much all might down here. Nobody really cares what you know as long as they can slit your throat. Like I said, the outsiders is the most. They'll accept anybody, but the downside being, sleep with one eye open there. And make sure you have a way to get food. Bronstone takes care of his own, but his caveat is F the guards. So, he don't bow to them, and he don't expect you to bow to them either. But for that, he'll feed you, and he'll keep you up, but expect a fight. Mariella, she's the nice one, I guess if you want to call it that. She's got a bunch of guards, paladins that pray to different gods and goddesses and the whatnot, and they take care of her because her rule is, if you gotta get healed, you come here. But as far as staying there, she's got pretty strict guidelines for that. And like I said, Tara, which you'll see, she likes to, she misses the seasons, and she really likes winter, so look for the one with the snow. And the big walls, and the big black guards out front. I'd probably steer clear of that one.
How does food come into the prison for up above?
Well, you got the cells down below, you got a couple deals with the guards, you got a couple of farms and whatnot being built down here, whatever will grow down here, which is mainly just roots. And there is some fish in the river, but, again, most people stake their claim to it, and most of it goes to the king and the king's men.
Alright.
And away we go.
tomorrow after I take an hour to make this.
During that hour, can I just ask how we get up there from from where the hell we are?
Yeah, sure. You remember he said that you just kind of exit the same direction, the opposite direction that you entered from, and then you just kind of hug the right wall until you get to a large set of repaired many times doors.
And will that bring us up to like the middle of the four of them, or will we be on a certain...
That'll bring you to the Outsider Kingdom, so if you're thinking of
Okay.
it of a square, even though it's a circle, it would be the bottom left panel.
Okay.
The top right panel being the Bronzestones where the guard post is, the bottom right being Mariella's, and the top left being Terra's.
Cool.
Tara's the scary one. Maria's the nice one. The outsiders, and then you got the ones that expect you to fight guards.
Just the one.
So,
What?
I vote the nice lady.
What's,
What about you guys?
What's Bronstone's first name?
Charles Lee Bronstone.
Yeah. Yep. Chuck to his friends, I'm sure.
Nope.
Charlie Brownstone.
I vote for maybe just sticking in the Outsider Kingdom for now. I'm not very good at following Paladin's rules.
They can seem harsh, but you know, they're not exactly the brightest bunch.
All right.
I'm just searching for my friend / rival. It goes back and forth, kind
What's
of.
he look like?
Sorry.
He's a short little fellow, Tross. Goes by the name Bombardier.
Does this guy
Bombardier Underhand.
does this guy create explosives by chance?
Among other things.
Tross. Well, there was something weird a little while ago. I know, Terra sent 2 blackguards to come take a Tross up about 2-3 weeks ago, maybe? Does that sound about right?
Oh, that sounds most interesting.
That's the only thing I could think of close to that. You know, they even went down to the cells to get him, which isn't exactly normal for them. They usually stick to their own.
So you're telling me we gotta go to the weird person's kingdom to find his weird friend?
I mean,
I didn't say that. I don't care where you go. I'm just giving you the information you asked for.
that sounds like someone else's problem to me.
Yeah, what
Yes, it
what the hell
does.
happens when you do find your little buddy,
What?
my tinkerer friend? What happens when you find the Bombardier underhand?
I'm not sure.
So what the hell's your goal then?
I just don't want him to get ahead.
Are you gonna...
Okay, we're not helping you.
Yeah, I was hoping like there'd be some sort of escape for all of us once you do that, but...
I was hoping an escape plan was forming, but
No, I think he just wants to prove he does whatever he does better than that guy.
Bombardier.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to spend
Did
a
that
little
have
time...
an R in it?
Brombardier.
I'll say it again. Bombardier.
Bombardier.
What's the last name?
the end.
Bombardier.
Yeah.
Bombardier.
Yes.
Brombardier.
Okay.
And once again, this is going to become commonplace with just anyone that talks to Juke long enough. He's going to show the tattoo and ask.
Brotherhood of the something or other, right?
The wind, yes.
Yeah, the fart guys.
Brotherhood of the Broken Wind.
I think there's one of your dudes chilling in the Outsider Kingdom, but last time I saw him, he wasn't too good for wear. He went up against Bronstone. Yeah, it didn't work out well for him.
Do you happen to know his name?
No clue. Don't really care.
Well,
Maybe it's Chuck. Philistaniel. Something like that. I
What
don't know.
was that name? Philistaniel?
Philistaniel.
Philistaniel.
Of the Philistine Philistaniels. You never heard of them?
Can't say I have.
I have definitely.
Man, I've been
heard of
living
them.
here for a few years, but where you been?
I have definitely heard of them.
Did you just ask
That's
where I've
funny
been?
'cause I
I've
made
got-
them up.
Oh.
Did you want to say something?
Oh, did you ask where I've been? Because I've got quite a story if you want to hear it.
You know? I'm good.
Okay.
No, I would love to hear your story. I trade in information. It's my thing.
Well,
It'll be a use to me.
I think it's time to leave.
let me just say, well, okay.
And look, I finished it.
I guess I'll be done then.
Oh, a fire starter.
Yeah.
How interesting.
A vicious fire starter.
And it smells not like that one.
An improvement.
Thank you for this.
Are
you ever need
gonna
me?
tell your stories, Sam?
Oh no,
First of all,
I'm all right. I didn't want to waste any more time.
I want to know this guy's name. He's about to tell
let's
me.
let's get the heck out of here.
No.
Goodbye, I guess.
What's his name?
He was
See
about
ya.
to tell me.
No, you can walk away.
Name's Altoa.
Altoid.
Altoa.
Ah.
Altoa.
I ain't no frosty bard mint.
Just Altoa?
Just Altoa.
Okay. This is the human?
I don't. You never actually specified which one you were heading to.
I said I
so-
talked to both of them because they were talking to each other.
Yeah, we'll say the human then.
Okay.
Let's advance the story.
So, what did you want to say, Sam?
Oh, I got nothing.
So, you guys start on your trek to head out of the forge, yes, and head to the city proper?
Yes.
Okay.
Get out of this heat.
You guys walk to the exit of the forge, which is, again, two large steel doors. You can see the magma flow is an easy direction of where to go. You follow the river and it'll lead you to either the pit or the entrance to wherever you're going. The guards kind of, again, give you a nod. The doors start to open, and it leads way into a very, very large hallway. It looks like this was once either a passageway of some sort. There's a lot of, again, very nice dwarven architecture all around, but it has been very unkept. And as you guys step out and the doors close behind you and you start walking down this, you can see there's a small river channeling down the middle. But more importantly, you notice this is pretty desolate. There's not really any people here. In fact, the only thing you do see are maybe some skeletons here or there.
Is this water potable?
Yes, it is.
Does anyone have one of them spare water sacks that got transported? Yeah, want to fill up?
I was to say, I
Yeah.
think I'm the one who
Hi.
mentioned grabbing them. Everyone else was like, yeah, drink from it. I'm like, I take it.
I will pour one out.
As you start to fill up your water sack, I need you to make a perception roll.
Perception. It's a full of piranhas.
I don't have a sack.
I've
Just throwing that out
rolled
there.
not much.
A 4 and a 5 tell you
Yeah.
everything is fine.
It's fine, guys. We're good.
I like
As you start
water.
dipping the water skins into the water and filling them up. At which point you see something kind of weird start to snake around your arm. And then you realize it's a tentacle. And
As usual.
make an athletics or acrobatics save. Or roll.
Acrobatics. Shake it off. 19.
I rolled a 22 as you get
Oh, God.
ripped into the water.
Oh dear!
Those standing around see your friend Juke get splashed into the water.
Not Juke.
Your friend, air quotes.
Oh no.
Is there any metal I can
Don't
actually
I
seem
do
too
want to
urgent
save
or
them.
anything.
Did Tinker also get?
Tinker seems alright right now.
Yay!
Are you still filling your water skin in the water?
Why? What is the matter?
People that see his body start to get pulled underwater along the stream.
Oh, man.
I'm going.
Did we lose that water sack?
Stabbing things.
I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp on the water to see if it'll stun them,
Go for it.
and he'll let go.
You light up your fist, you dunk it into the water, and they are close enough where they both do take a bit of damage. Whatever hit him pauses for a moment, and it allows Juke, still new names,
Juke.
to resurface and get a breath of air as you feel the tentacles wrapping around your legs once more.
Grab my head.
I grab his hand.
All right,
Grab his hand.
I'd like to use my... Oh, sorry. Does he need to roll for that or anything?
No, go.
I'd like to use my magical twig and beat the tentacle where it's grabbing onto his leg.
All right, you run up, light up your twig, and go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right.
And then I need you two to make athletics or acrobatics rolls, as it's trying to wrench you under the water. Critical hit!
What?
Hell yeah.
As your steel magnolia slams down onto the tentacle, you hear like this writhing, almost underwater screech as the tentacles let go and shimmy off in the water.
All right.
You hopefully
let's-
pull Juke out of the water.
Yeah, we pull Juke out.
I've done my part.
Was there a sort of...
I pull Juke out of the water.
Was there a kerfuffle happening?
As he gets up, his water skin full and a smile on his face.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, be very careful in this river. Apparently, there's octopuses in there.
Or something.
Or something with tentacles.
Something with tentacles. It grabbed me whole.
Maybe a tentacruel? Huh?
No,
All right.
no, there's not.
There's something with tentacles in there.
I have a weird question for you guys. Do you think we could subdue whatever that is with tentacles and then get it out of the water and use it to garner some favor with any of the kingdoms for food? Do you think that's anything we could do?
I don't know how you'd
Uh,
out. I'm not gonna be the bait if
We just have
that's
to
what
use
you're
another little guy
suggesting.
for bait, yeah. I wanted to open the door with that, and
how big was that thing? Can I make like an insight check to see how big that thing was?
Sure.
I'm not very insightful. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
It was
I rolled a
holding me.
3.
Probably just a regular octopus. Now, Sam,
Yeah, I think we can
I
get it
feel
out.
like this is the time where I should point out that as a part of your attack action, you can, instead of attack, make a push move, which allows you to shove a character 5 feet back.
all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and shove our little wet friend back into the water.
Make an athletics versus our little wet friend's athletics versus acrobatics. See if it goes off.
Forgive me.
Get out of the way.
As you go to shove him, and he sidesteps, and you kind of take a quick step toward, and you are now face to face with the water, but you did not fall in.
Juke rolled a 19 and Pierceval rolled a 15.
Yep.
All in good fun.
I dive between his legs to dodge, get up from the backside of him, use the flat of my blade, and smack him right in the ass.
Roll for an
my
attack.
uncushioned ass.
Your old uncushioned ass. It's got nothing there.
It's a 7.
Luckily, a 7 does not hit you, as he misjudges the fact that
So
he is
mad.
versus a tall person and he is a small person, and you get a nice waft on the lower area as
You're
the
down
sword
there.
passes through like a fan.
That part got kind of musty. Thank you for airing it out.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, my bad.
Well-
I thought that could help all of us.
I think we can try and fish this up some other way. We don't necessarily need to use our gnome friend to do that.
You're not going to use him as bait. gets away from everyone, trying to draw himself off.
I'll cast a big surprise to everybody. Silent image
Ooh.
to
Oh.
create a person who's like kneeling by the water.
You do that.
Okay.
The image kneels by the water.
Any bites? Any
Fascinating.
takers?
Wow, it looks just like a person kneeling by the water.
About 2 minutes go by. Nothing happens.
Still does.
All right, I think we should just continue on.
He probably retreated from when Jerkbag over there smacked it and then tried to push me in.
I think he's talking to you, Tinkerer.
As you continue on, I want you to make perception rolls, everybody.
Where are we going? Are we going to the Outsider Kingdom?
I've given you directions
I vote for
multiple
the
times.
Outsiders.
Yeah, Outsider's the one that makes sense to me.
It's the only one you can get to right now. You have to go through theirs to enter the rest of the city.
I want to meet my contact guy.
I rolled a 9.
Nobody's perception is good enough. We have
9s
Yandos
and
on a 9.
11s. A lot of 9/11s here.
Yandos rolled a 9, Juke rolled an 11, Tinkerer rolled an 11, and our good friend Piercival rolled a 9. So, you guys are just walking along, having a jolly old time.
Oh, so much fun
Do
being
you
wet.
remember that time that that Tinkerer told that boring story and that guy died because of it? That was pretty fun, wasn't
You
it?
would like to hear my story again?
I think I'm too old. I might
no
die.
thanks, Tinkerer.
Are there any bits
I
of wood or
see.
anything on the ground?
No. Looks like this area has been mostly pillaged and pilfered.
Just bones.
Mostly bones. And bits of broken stone and rubble.
Angrily
So you
kick a
guys-
bone into the water.
Is there any meat
You
hanging
guys
off them bones?
kick a bone into the water and you continue down. It looks like they've all been picked dry by other creatures that have seemingly been down here.
Gotcha.
As you guys continue down, you finally see a pathway that kind of splits off to the right, which is, according to the directions, where you need to go to enter the city itself. Assuming you start to head down that way.
Yes, because the other way was towards the mines.
Mhm.
Don't want to go there.
Yeah, let's head away from the mines.
So what's the
Agreed.
walking order here?
I'm taking up the rear.
I'm certainly
Okay.
not in the front.
I'll be first.
I'll be second.
So as you guys turn to go down the nice long pathway to a large set of doors that look like they've been patched multiple times, whatever the door was originally made out of, who knows, our good friend, Piercival, feels a slash against his back
Ooh!
and takes
His back or his backside?
Both.
4 points of slashing damage as you turn and you see two very large, almost rabid mole-like creatures.
Good lord, look at the size of those rabid mole-like creatures that just slashed me.
They have very, very large clawed hands, almost like a humanoid body, but their hind legs are made like an animal's. It looks like they're curved and made to leap and jump and run very quickly.
How close together are they standing?
They're standing right next to each other.
Like some kind of rodents of unusual size.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
I rolled a 2 for initiative. I think I'm gonna go first.
Woohoo. Oh yeah, big money, 21.
Ooh, I also rolled a 21.
I guess I rolled a 15.
Tinkerer.
Let me roll mine. I rolled a 3, so they are going to not go last.
That's me.
So, Juke, turning around, you see two of these mole-like monstrosities, very heavily muscled, kind of frothing at the mouth, red, beet red eyes staring at you. One has blood on its claw, and the other is getting ready to pounce, standing behind Piercival.
One doesn't look like it's from this city at all. Never seen such a thing. I will bravely, in the first turn,
Brave.
draw. Yes, for at least one turn, he will be brave and draw his sword, his short sword, and stab the closest one next to Piercival.
Make an attack roll.
Swing. Oh, that was almost a crit. A 24.
A 24 will hit it for 4 points of piercing damage as you cut into it slightly, but you still get sneak attack
Sneak
because
attack.
Piercival is within 5 feet of it.
My ally. For now.
And you rip the sword out, taking a chunk of its fleshy exterior with it, dealing a total of 12 points of piercing damage.
I will then use my bonus action to disengage and back up behind Tinkerer.
Okay, that is your turn. It is
I did my
looking
job.
very angry now. Next up, we have Tinkerer.
Ah, yeah, I think I have something that could do. And I'll pull out some acid and I'll chuck it at him.
Okay. So you grab do you have is this one of your alchemist bombs or whatever?
Oh yes, it's a DC saving throw again.
Let me see what I get. I rolled a 3, because I suck at rolling. As you grab
Wait,
your
that
acid,
says
you-
objects automatically take maximum damage?
Yeah, if it's an object.
yeah, if it's an object.
These are
like
all
if it's like
objects.
Okay.
stone or
I
something.
Because,
Pop one of your vials, you chuck it like a grenade, and it splashes across the mole's face. I assume you're going for the one already hit by
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
your
I'm sorry.
quote-unquote friend there. And he takes 9 points of acid damage.
So many quote-unquotes in this game.
That will be enough to bloody one of the mole creatures. Vole creatures. Gross, weird things.
Are they moles or are they voles? Because there's a no.
The world may never know.
are they medium-sized creatures?
They are large-sized creatures.
They're large. These are even scarier.
Yes,
Duke
they
is
are.
super glad he backed up.
Next up, we have Pierce.
All right.
Savol.
Oh.
I'd like to use my flaming sphere on one of them.
I like it. So that's a radius spell, so you'd basically throw it in between them, so that way they'd both be burned by it.
Okay.
So you bring to life a flaming sphere in between them two, and it just starts jutting out these flames and sparks, spraying all over them. Go ahead and roll damage for that, which would be... Let me look it up. Ugh.
Do I just press
Sorry, I
the...
should have had this ready.
That's okay.
Yep.
I just
Press
press
the flaming sphere
Okay,
button.
cool.
Yep.
And cast at what level? 2, right?
Whatever level you want. So if you use 2, it's going to use a second level spell slot, but do more damage. If you use 1, it's just going to be the normal spell.
Okay. Boom.
6 points of damage on that DC save. The already hurt mole thing makes it. The other creature does not. They will take the 6 points of damage, while he only takes half at 3 points, as they scream out in burning pain.
Are either of them bloodied?
The one that was first got bloodied last turn on the
Oh.
acid to its face. The other one on the right is not. It's looking A-okay. It is their turn now. The one that is bloodied is going to go for the one that did the most damage to it, the small prey in the back, as it shifts around your group and reaches out a large clawed hand.
Yeah.
Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
Take
Was that a
6
crit?
points of slashing damage. No, this is a modified 20.
Oof.
And then it's going to bite you as well.
No, mommy, no.
Does a 17 hit you?
It does.
Take 6 more points of piercing damage as it claws and bites into you. Pierceable, the other one's going to go at you because you're the closest.
Hey.
Does a 17 hit you? Which is, if you look at your AC, it has to be equal to or above 17 to hit you.
Okay, so it does hit me.
It does hit you? Okay.
Right, my AC is less than that.
You have the breastplate, so
Wait.
it could be
Okay.
higher.
The breastplate gives you 14 AC, and then up to 2 points of dex can be added if you have a dexterity modifier 14 or higher.
So you'd have a max of 16 if your dex is a +2 at least.
Okay, so I should up my armor class how much? Sorry.
By 2. It should be 16 total. It will not hit you, though. Or the first attack will hit you. As the bite goes in, though, it gets caught on your breastplate, and the teeth just kind of scrape off. But the slash gets you in a slashy way, I guess.
Keep on getting slashed.
Good thing you.
Although it doesn't
stole
get
that
you too
breastplate.
hard, as you take 6 points of damage.
Alrighty.
I wish I wasn't rolling the same number on every single die roll.
I wish you would roll lower on every single die roll.
That's their turn. Yandos, you're up. As you see one rend and tear into your 2 allies.
Ah!
Two rend
I'm
and
going
tear.
to. Well, let me ask you a question. Can I
Yes.
tell if these are like males or females at all or anything?
With a nature roll, you can, but it's going to be hard to inspect, so it's probably going to take up at least your bonus action for that.
I'm okay with that. I'll roll a nature roll and see if I can tell.
You're not
Bad
sure.
at this.
Usually, things are determined by their undercarriages. You can't really see their undercarriage, so you're trying to go by teeth size, which really isn't a good indicator. Works on Tross, but not really anything else.
Pretty damn big teeth.
Yandos rolled a 5, by the way.
You rolled a
I rolled a
5.
5. I actually rolled a 3, and I have a 2. So
Modified.
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
a
go.
Just say yeah, just say
I'm
the
gonna throw
brilliant.
that plan out the window, and I'm just gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. into
what does that
I like the plan where we murder it and not die.
Whisper sweet nothings, please.
So it makes a spell save throw. I make a bunch of whispers into it, like, "You're gonna die. You're gonna die." And then
It failed its spell save.
it takes 12 points of psychic damage.
12 points. As you see Yandos kind of point his hand and start to whisper small things, you see the ears on one of the moles, the already bloodied moles, start to bleed out.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna back away from these guys a bit. They're not near me, right?
One is near you. One is close enough to provoke, as the other member one went around to
Okay.
surround the rest of your party.
I will chill then. Just gonna chill.
Okay. Next up, we're back to the top of the order, round 2. It's Juke.
Stab the thing that's trying to eat me.
It's a good plan.
Oh no.
No.
He rolled a 6, which is not enough to stab it as you're flailing frantically your sword.
Can
Get away,
I-
get away, get away!
Can I inspiration, perhaps?
You can inspire.
All right, let's try that again, boys and girls.
So for those who don't know, inspiration is given basically once a session, quote-unquote session, which is for us probably going to be once every 4 sessions. And it's a free reroll on one of your die rolls to try and get you to really muster that heroic vibe and succeed. Or still fail and we all get to laugh at you.
Well, I can't do worse than a 1, which is what I rolled.
That's what you think.
You did natural 1.
Still gonna miss probably with a 10.
He rolls a 10 as he flails his sword like a little girl trying
So
to
don't-
fend off an invader.
We said I don't accidentally stab myself. I will then... Ooh. Is there... Theater of Mind, is there anywhere I could proceed... Is there somewhere within 25 feet I could go that would be out of their threat range? Or
Make a quick perception.
does it look like they could just charge my butt down anyways? 11.
So with an 11, you can see there are a couple of crumbled rocks. Potentially, you could maybe try hiding under one of those and maybe give them disadvantage to attack you because they have to go through these rocks to hit you in the face.
Let's use my bonus to disengage and attempt to just get in under those rocks. Let's
Trot your booty on over there.
trap my booty on over there.
You see Juke in the most heroic display ever draw his sword, wave it, and turn tail and run away, waving it behind him, and belly slide under a bunch of rocks. And then turn over and kind of scuttle and poke his head out. Next up, Tinkerer.
I'm not very fond of these mole creatures. I'm gonna take out my hand axe and I'm gonna axe him a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
A roll of a 9
9.
is not enough to axe him anything
All right.
as you swing by his already bloody ears into the abyss. And by abyss, I just mean open air next to his ears.
Alright, well,
Scare me like that.
they are light weapons, so I'm also taking out my hammer with my other hand and I'm gonna swing a hammer. It's
Okay.
hammer time, you might say.
I don't think anybody would say that.
15.
But a 15 is enough to hit it
Well, isn't
for
that,
2.
a 13 because you don't get to add your unless he's proficient with offhand weapons or whatever. You don't get to add.
Do you
your
have
modifier
It's just
to
you
it.
don't get to add your modifier to the damage. You still get the modifier to hit.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry for the rules.
It's okay.
Being the rule Nazi.
You're good. No, it's fine. Clarification is always an okay thing, but don't do it again or you're fired. I don't know from what. I'll give you a job and then I'll fire you.
He will set you on fire.
A 2 will hit it. Now you're hitting the bloodied one or the one
bloodied
that's
one.
kind of threatening your face area?
Oh, there's one threatening my face area? I'll
Yes.
smack him with the hammer then.
Okay. So he takes 2 more points of damage. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna just have to chill, I think.
Alright. Pierceable, you're up.
All right, am I closer to the more bloodied one or the less
You are
bloodied
the
one?
bloodied one is right in front of you. The less bloodied one is kind of to your back left. Still in range of you, but kind of focused on the rest of the group more.
Okay, I'm gonna hit that more bloody one with my Enchanted stick.
So use your
Hit and
bonus
stick.
action to light up your staff, I assume.
Yes.
Or it hasn't been an hour, right? It lasts an hour?
That's a minute.
Lasts a minute. So yeah, you'd have to light it up. So with your bonus action, you can steal Magnolia your stick.
All right. It's hard.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack. An 18 will hit for 8 points of damage. As you crush this thing, it falls limp onto the ground. As a hard stick was apparently all it needed. The other one is still up, though. Would you like to do anything else on your turn? You still have your movement, but if you move away from this, you'd probably provoke, and it would get a free attack on you.
Can I, outside of the game, make a quick move into the bathroom?
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry. I really have to
So
go.
your turn's over.
Bowel
You're good.
movement.
Yes.
Next
Pierce
up, we
makes a
have
quick
the
bowel
moles.
movement.
I know his AC, but they aren't looking at him anymore. They're looking at Tinker.
Tinkerer.
Oh no.
So it's going to make its first attack. Natural 1. It was a natural 1.
Oh.
You definitely got me.
Bite its own face off.
As it slams down one of its fists, it goes into the loose gravel and sticks its hand right in front of you and tries to pry it out, but it looks like it's just stuck in the ground directly in front of your face. It will try to bite at you, but now that it's stuck, it's going to be at disadvantage. And a 4 is not enough.
Not today, mole thing.
As it chomps at you very viciously while it's stuck in the ground. Next up, we have Yondos.
I think I'm just gonna go with a classic here, and
Run away like a
fire
girl,
off.
hide under a rock.
I'll
I'm sorry,
fire
not a
off
little
an,
girl.
In an eldritch blast at him. Some
I just attribute gnomes to females because they
blast
like
of
to
force.
prance a lot. I don't know.
What?
I just imagine you like skipping away merrily.
Gnomes are not the super happy ones.
See, the last book I read, they were like all like that. They were like the trolls from the Trolls movie. So it's like I'm
God.
trying to get that out of my head.
No, they're the thinking type.
Yeah, they are.
they
My
got
bad.
the good thinky brains.
Anyway, so you attack
can't wait
with
to
your
eat that.
Eldritch Blast on an 8, and a streak of chaotic energies fly out of your hands, past
Can I
its
get
head,
advantage because it's stuck
past
in the
its
ground?
body, and into the wall behind. No.
And I'm gonna make I am gonna make a move backwards to hide behind the rocky outcropping that.
It is going to try and bite at you, but it
This
is
is my
at
spot.
disadvantage.
Oh, I thought the other one was the one that was close to me.
The other one's dead.
I know. I thought.
I think
that,
they're
I thought
both
that
because
one
they're
was
It's
large.
a large creature, so it
Yeah.
threatens a lot more squares than a
and
normal
I'm gonna
creature.
just chill.
Okay.
I'm just gonna chill right next to it. Give it a little pat on its thigh.
Juke, you're up. From your rock vantage point, you can see all of this happening.
Man, I wish I had a bow.
If only you're in some magical forge that could have supplied you with weapons.
I mean,
Weaponry.
I only had so much. All right, Juke's gonna muster himself up. It's totally gonna be brave. You can't tell. He's already soaking wet from the river, so no one knows. And he charges the mole. Ah!
Charging forward, headlong,
Holy
sword out,
Attaboy,
ready to
Juke.
go. A 22 is
Hey.
enough as you jump off your friend's back and land a sword directly into its head, dealing 13 points
Oh.
of damage,
Oof.
which will bloody it.
Hey.
Not quite kill it, though.
Ah.
As it starts writhing around, it tosses you back to the ground as you reclaim your sword and land on your feet.
Well then,
What would you like to do with the rest of your turn now that you've heroically charged in?
do I have any movement left?
It was about 20 feet away, so you have maybe 5 feet with your tiny little legs.
I will attempt to hide behind Yondos.
I assume you bonus
Again.
action to do a disengage.
Oh, he's not right next to me. I was just gonna be like, I just wanted to do one of those little like whoop, like half steps.
Well, you can get behind him, is what I'm saying, but it is going to be
Yeah.
a quote-unquote disengage.
Yeah.
As
Disengage
you
my
valiantly
guys.
draw your sword from the skull, land on the ground, you quickly duck and baseball slide under Yondos' legs behind him.
Is it dead?
Very bravely.
I think it's dead. I did it.
Next up, we have Tinkerer.
Tingra. I think I'm going to do the same 1-2 combo, hand axe, hammer.
Okay, let's go for it. Bang,
Hand
bang.
axe,
Your first attack,
20,
a 20
not
modified,
natural, but I'll take
will hit for 3 points of damage.
a little hammer action. 21.
Hammer 4 points. That will also hit a 21 as you start just smacking into this thing's arm. That will deal a total of 7 points of damage. It's looking hurt, and that arm you're cutting into looks like it's almost about to come off because you've just hacked and beat and broken the bones in it.
Tinker. You should probably have your modifier on that first swing.
Oh, yeah. Is it not?
No, he does not have it on there.
You get your modifier on your first swing, but not your second swing. So this
Yep.
would be... Are you using it as a light weapon then?
Yes.
So this would be your dex
+2.
bonus.
Yeah.
So it'd be +2.
From
So
that
that
one and the
actually
last
Oh, I'm
changes it
using
greatly.
strength. Silly me. So I get dex on that?
Well, it's a light weapon. You can use dex instead.
Light
yes.
weapons, you can use dex. Yeah,
oh,
instead
let
of
me
strength.
change that for everything.
Or no, finesse.
Just light.
is
just
offhand.
light.
What's that?
It's weird. We'll look it up later.
Light you can use in your offhand, but I believe it still uses strength. Finesse you can use dexterity on it. So I misspoke. So it would be strength bonus. So what is your strength modifier? Is it also 2?
It's 0.
It's 0?
Okay.
So that's why.
Gotcha.
That changes it
Yeah,
back
I'm
to...
Changes
not
nothing.
very strong.
I just noticed there was no plus damage, and I was like,
Okay.
that's weird.
So it
Plus
is
0
it
doesn't
is
show
looking angry. Pierce, you are up. Pierceable.
Pierceable, if you don't mind. I'm just a
Oval.
narrator.
I don't mind.
I,
My greatest apologies.
Time has been kind of going by a little bit crazier. I'm in the middle of a melee right now. Has it been a minute? Is my twig still lit up, or am I...
Well, you lit it up last round, so you're good to go.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
Because a bonus
it's been
action, you, not
seconds.
your action.
I understand everything now.
It lasts for about 10 rounds.
Well, I only need one. Hitting that mother...
We need one. Does he
A
shout
23 will land
Oh, yeah.
as
There's some good rolls.
your steel magnolia stick comes down. How do you end this mole's life? With its broken, beaten arm almost coming off, its face bleeding.
You know where I'm going, James.
Please tell me.
I'm gonna part its head
right
with
for the brains.
I'm gonna part its head with a stick.
As he smashes it, it falls to the ground, its brainal cavity showing.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Pooping out
oh no.
everywhere.
Juke's gonna stick out his little sword as it comes down in an attempt to make it look like it fell on the blade and that's what killed it.
Make a sleight of hand roll.
Yeah.
With a 7, nobody is convinced.
I saw that.
That was
In fact,
Lame.
the whole giant head, which is about the size of your whole body, smacks onto your sword and makes your sword clatter to the ground.
Ow.
It hurts a little bit. Not enough to roll damage, but know that you suck.
Cool.
And that is those 2 mole monstrosities. Dead on the ground.
2 dead moles.
I
the
search
hell are
them
those?
You
to
search
see
them?
if there's
Pick up my sword.
anything
You
of
find
use.
2 naked mole bodies, and with your extensive search, you find one is male and one is female.
Are they
Damn
edible?
it.
They are edible.
Mm.
Make me a nature roll, though, to see how edible they are. What parts you should eat and what
Taste
parts you should stay
Like,
away. You
ooh, a
could eat the
22.
whole thing.
Oh man, this whole thing. This
Minus
is like
the bones.
this could take me weeks. it's like 18 times bigger than me.
They are 2 large creatures.
So should we cut some mole steaks off? I guess we don't know when our next bread and water is gonna come.
Exactly. Well, I don't think there's
Good old
bread and
bread
water
and
to come
water.
unless we go back down.
Correct.
Yeah. There's no more free meals, guys. As we hang out in Glumville.
Do you want me to save any brain for you, Pierceable?
Yes, please. I'd like a nice thin steak and then some brain on top, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
at least this is acceptable.
You can get
Animal
that yourself.
Thank you.
I'll cut myself off some mole steak as well.
Yeah, you guys start harvesting the... One of the animals is basically enough mole steak to be more than you can carry.
brain. Okay.
Unless you want to start sticking it in the bag of holding, in which case you can get both of them.
My sack is your sack.
Really? You're
Let's
cool with
cut 'em
stuffing
up.
a bunch of dead animal parts into your sack?
Well, I assume you
It's-
cut the first one into steaks and just
Yeah.
stick the second whole dead animal in the bag. Which is a little shimmying and looks kind of weird as he's shoving, starting at a large hand into a sack, just kind of working around, really fitting it, kind of shoving it on like a skinny pair of pants
It's
until
a very
it's all in
big
there.
sack.
It's most
But you
impressive.
get it in there.
Well done.
All right.
I will
You know,
add
I
that
once
to
knew
my
a girl from
inventory.
Nantucket with a similar feature.
One mole body.
You guys continue on into the city, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
You walk up to the doors. The difference in these doors is there are no guards on this side of the doorway. And there's just big, mostly metal doors in front of you.
I'm gonna try the door.
You push it and it doesn't move.
I'm gonna
Perhaps.
Make an athletics roll to see if your tiny little wimpy hands can knock loud enough. With a roll of a 2,
Oh,
you roll up your sleeve, you slam your fist on the metal door, and it hurts a lot.
Allow me. I'll take out my hammer and I'll give her a smackaroo on the door.
Man, if I had a
Just make an
hammer,
attack roll.
What's that?
Go ahead and just make an attack roll. See if it's audible on the other side.
What is just an attack roll?
For your hammer.
Oh,
Just attack
I
with
see.
Attack roll with your hammer.
Click on
Just-
your
Just
hammer.
attack with the hammer.
yep.
I do damage to the door. It's 20.
He smacks the door. After a couple minutes, you see a small face hole open up. And a half-orc sits on the other side. What is it?
Hi!
I'd like
Hey.
to go through.
Anything behind you? Kind of peers back.
No, we killed it.
deader than a doornail.
You killed, so there was something behind you.
It's dead now.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
that's good enough
nothing
for me.
now.
Past tense.
Open the doors! Right. Great.
Right.
And the doors start to very slowly shift open. What they reveal is a large shanty town ahead of you. Looks like it's got the old dwarven architecture built with whatever they can use to make shelters or huts. Some are small, almost 5 foot by 5 foot, just enough to sleep in. Some are bigger, 10 to 15 feet. There's clay, there's wood. This is very much a part of the city that's been just houses built on like shelters. Just whatever somebody can get, they put it up there. As far as the eye can see, pretty much. In the far, far distance, you can see a little bit more of what looks like the peak horizon of another city, and the other two parts on the other sides. One is very noticeable because it is snowing in the very, very, very distant part of the cave. You can only tell that because you were told, and there is a large cloud in the distance on the roof of this giant dome-like structure. As you look up, it looks like some of the architecture has been built into the sides, and again, this in your area has been built on top of and on top of. From here, you can't really see into the other parts of the city or the other quote-unquote kingdoms. But you can tell that this is you have made it to the land of the outsiders, and this is a pretty populated zone, but again, nobody's really by themselves. It's all groups of people. As you guys kind of walk in, you enter, the gates close behind you. You get a good look around. You can see the distant kingdoms and the far outreaching ways. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Hey everybody, if you like listening to Toggle Advantage, please like us and subscribe to us on our YouTube page at Two Tall Brothers. And if you are listening to this on a podcast, please leave a review. It can really help us out and really spread the word. Share it with anyone you know in real life, and thank you for listening.